You know there's something wrong when The Undertaker makes his entrance about 40 minutes faster than usually. Oh, and I love the hat and this little ponytail. Looks awesome, man. To be honest, people, I just wish Stone Cold Steve Austin drank some cold ones for like 2 hours. A live podcast, maybe? Somehow this man made Raw without the crowd work. Impressive, man, but before we start the video, I have one question and one question only. Are they purposely trying to ruin Becky Lynch? What is this? What is that? Is she a heel now? Is there something I don't know? Is she a heel?
Give me a hell yeah!
Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Greatness of Raw. I'm sure you watched my Greatness of Wrestling video. I've talked about WrestleMania. It's not happening in Tampa, Florida. Instead, it's happening in WWE Performance Center. Without the crowd. Unfortunately. But there is a reason, so we can't do anything about that. So, let's talk about Raw, man. Obviously, I didn't enjoy it that much. It was bizarre. It was weird. First of all, WWE did the best that they could. And I understand that. But, I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to let you know my thoughts, even though I know that it was probably the best they could do. Not gonna lie, people, a wrestling match without the crowd is absolutely hilarious and it doesn't work. Again, it's not like they could do anything about that, but I'm just saying that I cannot imagine WrestleMania without the crowd, because from what I've seen on this episode, Rey Mysterio vs. Andrade was funny kinda, it was bizarre. It's almost, I don't know, man, it feels like watching two people in their bedroom playing WWE instead of actually wrestling. The man hits his finisher, there's no crowd reaction. Obviously, there's no crowd reaction, and it was just weird. But anyway, people, let's start from the beginning of the show. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. The first ever Monday Night Raw from the Performance Center. The show kicks off with Tom Phillips, Byron Saxton, and Hall of Famer Jerry Lawler standing in the ring. And they welcome us to the most unique episode of Monday Night Raw. They show us a bunch of replays until we hear "You Think You Know Me" and Edge is all business. He enters the ring, takes the microphone, and what I appreciate about this promo is that he was not talking to the crowd. Unlike Jeff Hardy with this on SmackDown, where there's no crowd, he hyped up seats. So Edge didn't do that. Edge enters the ring, takes the microphone, and talks about Randy Orton. He says it's been a long time coming. They do have a lot in common, but there's one difference. Randy Orton is entitled. And Randy is jealous that he can't do what Edge can. Edge never had anything handed to him, and Orton did. And that tears Orton apart. Edge also reveals that Beth was supposed to say that Edge is retiring from the WWE again. Orton just couldn't let Beth finish. It's pretty simple now. WrestleMania 36. Edge versus Randy Orton in a last man standing match. Edge drops the microphone and leaves the arena. It's all business, man. Finally we got a match with a stipulation, a last man standing match. What a perfect way to continue this rivalry. Unfortunately, it's not going to be the same right now, but maybe there's a chance that this match is going to happen backstage. We're going to get something different. And I'm all for it. Again, more matches need a stipulation, especially right now. So hopefully this is not going to be a bunch of chain wrestling in a ring. Obviously, I feel very sad about the fact that Edge just made his return to the WWE. This is going to be his first WrestleMania, and it's not really a WrestleMania, so it kinda sucks that this rivalry is not gonna get the proper payoff, because I believe this is one of the best rivalries we ever got. Let's see, water bottle. And yeah, that's pretty unfortunate, but this promo was good, man. He was not talking to the crowd, he was talking straight to the camera. He was talking to Randy Orton, sometimes to people watching at home, but mostly to Randy Orton. I like that. We see Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch pull up to the WWE Performance Center in her own custom painted 18-wheel. WWE makes it look like she's trying way too much. That's not the reason why people fell in love with Becky Lynch. People liked her because she was an underdog, not that woman who was supposed to get to the top. It was always Charlotte. But Becky was different, she didn't care, and it worked. Right now it feels like, okay, what is she going to put on her eyes again? What is she going to put on her head? What is she going to dry? How can we make her entertaining? It doesn't work like that. It feels very manufactured. People, we got an entire Royal Rumble match. An entire Royal Rumble 2020 match. That's why I wish we just got Stone Cold Steve Austin drinking some cold ones for like 3 hours. I wouldn't mind, man. Have guests? Come on here, The Miz. Let's have a drink. Stunner. Randy, get over here. Stunner. Drink. Stunner. Drink. I could watch that for hours. Then we got a contract signing. He introduces us to The Undertaker and he makes a very fast entrance, man. Was that even The Undertaker? I was also shocked by the attire. I was rather surprised. Yeah. And I almost thought that we got a biker Undertaker, man. Can we get a biker Undertaker? Can we get Undertaker with a motorcycle, please? And this man was angry, man. He flipped over the table. Why would you flip over the table, man? The Undertaker is angry because there was no contract present on the table. Lawler doesn't have an explanation. We got AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson on the big screen. AJ obviously criticizes Taker for always being at WrestleMania. This is all Michelle McCool's fault. He called him Mark again, and he continued shooting at his age. AJ finally signed the contract and asks Anderson to take the contract out to The Undertaker. They don't want to do that. They told AJ to do it, but AJ Styles convinced Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson to both give The Undertaker a contract. So they decided to do it. We got the lights out. The Undertaker is behind. He beats the crap out of these two and puts the paper in Carl Anderson's mouth, but it didn't work, unfortunately. So yeah, man, I don't know what to tell you. All of this is just feels like a dream. All of this feels to me like the beginning of SmackDown vs. Raw 2010 and 11 where you can train. It's bizarre. Especially The Undertaker. And one thing that I don't really like already, and obviously we're gonna get that hopefully, The Undertaker didn't say a word. I really wanted to see The Undertaker talking, explaining himself, why he's angry. We know why he's angry, but you get the point. And I want The Undertaker to kind of drop his gimmick. He's being called Mark right now. By the way, Mark. His name is Mark. It's funny, right? One of the greatest of all time, wrestlers of all time, and his name is Mark. Only Mark. Maybe The Undertaker should drop the gimmick. Then we got Andrade versus Rey Mysterio. First of all, why this match again? Why was that the choice? If you're going to have one match, make sure it's an important match. Put some main eventers, man. And second of all, yes, it was bizarre. Yes, it was kinda not necessarily uncomfortable to watch, but I'm pretty sure you had the same feeling. You see a finisher, there's no reaction, it feels just random, and obviously commentary at WrestleMania is going to be very important right now because that's the only emotion we will hear, but man was it weird. Obviously Rey Mysterio wins the match, and that was basically it. Then we got Becky Lynch and she talked about Shayna Baszler. I didn't like that promo because it felt like we heard that already. She basically revealed her game plan. Thanks, I guess. She will prove at WrestleMania that Baszler's whole life is a lie. And it's going to hit her like a truck. You get it? Truck? She arrived with a truck? Cool. Kevin Owens accepts Seth Rollins' challenge and he is going to face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 36 right here in the same arena. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who has that opinion, but this is the least interesting match of WrestleMania so far. This is a Monday Night Raw worthy match. This rivalry was the worst rivalry of Monday Night Raw. I don't think anybody really wants to see Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. It's not for a championship. It's not that important. Obviously Seth Rollins' heel turn was, but if they turned Seth Rollins like 3 weeks before WrestleMania, maybe then people would be interested. But then again, it couldn't work because this rivalry is very long, and if they only turned him heel right now, I don't imagine this rivalry. And then we got Stone Cold Steve Austin to celebrate 316 Day. He declares that March 16 is now a national holiday. He asks for the crowd to give him a hell yeah, but there's no crowd. He asks that again, and we hear Byron Saxton giving a very cringeworthy hell yeah. What? Hell yeah. He does it again. He reads a bunch of cards and it was actually very funny, and because there was no crowd, Byron Saxton actually helped him. He gave him ratings and sometimes he gave him like 5 or 7, and Austin was not very happy about that. If you're giving ratings to Stone Cold Steve Austin, you better give 10. Or 10. In the worst case scenario, 10. He then thanks Byron Saxton for helping him and invites him to the ring to drink some cold ones. They celebrate some more until Stone Cold Steve Austin gives him a stunner. And all of this is just the best part of Raw, man. Lovely stuff. Man, Stone Cold Steve Austin without the crowd is so sad, so good, still very good. He somehow made it work. By the way, kudos to Byron Saxton. Saxton is obviously a former wrestler, so it's not that big of a deal to him, but man, this was creative. Honestly, this was creative and WWE did the best they could. Then we got Becky Lynch and they did it again, and we got a stunner and he started doing this, and all of this was fun, man. I liked it. Again, people, I obviously cannot give a rating to this show because, well, it feels like a press conference, kinda, you know? A very entertaining press conference. So I'm not gonna give a rating, and it's going to be difficult for me to make reviews, because every show is going to be like that. We're going to see old matches, we're going to see bizarre promos, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes people act like they are cheering up the crowd when there's no crowd. So this is going to be WWE from now on. I wish we knew until how long this is going to happen, for how long this is going to happen. I wish we knew that. Unfortunately, we don't. But anyway, people, thank you for watching the video. Let me know in the comments below, did you enjoy this show? Let me know your thoughts on WrestleMania. And yeah, man, stay safe. The great one, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.